we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Throwing Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Here's Nix. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Nix to the air. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Nix once more. Well, this is caught by Williams. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. If you look at this Bronco defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
2nd and 11. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This to Graham on the short pass. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Nix. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Nix. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On play action, here's Nix. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
For a tight end, he's got good straight-line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Nix. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw.
Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a throw here, hold in, and he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Nix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. The Broncos at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
Nix to throw on first down. To the right side, he's got Vele. And out of bounds right around the 20. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Nix from the shotgun. That is caught, and he will have the Broncos first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route.
Touchdown! Dameon Pierce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They need 12 here. It's third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that one too wide and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. T. Higgins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This taken in right around the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The final shot before break. Nix. That's underneath to Pierce. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here comes third in the length of the football. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking?
There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Pierce will try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going. It's Nix. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Pushes him over. And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. He targets Ingram for another grab. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a... Second and about a foot.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep them in? Green light, let them go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
but he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I have.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Going for it with Pierce.
Bulldozes past him, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Pierce will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. On play action, they'll throw.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Bronco score.
Dameon Pierce.
His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now he'll try to run with this. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On third down, here's Pierce. And some space here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another carry for Pierce.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Hand off left side, Pierce. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.